Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with another anime review. This time we have Rock is a Lady's Modesty. Now this title is one that, when before the anime season started airing, I did look into, and I was such a preview. I'm like, alright, I'm liking this. I like a good rock and roll music, even though I'm more of a heavier kind, so to speak. But yeah, it enticed me. And the first episode did not disappoint, though we might have to address a little bit of concerns, we'll say. But yeah, we have this. This is obviously cover. We get the introduction of these two lovely ladies, Lisa Suzumaya and Ota Kurigane. These two are like the main, the two most popular girls at this prestigious girls' school, Ocean Girls Academy, where only the finest ladies go to become, the prestigious women of today's society. It's a very exceptional school. Now, they do teach you the fine arts of academics, and the fine arts teach you to go academics. But the main goal of this school is to teach about the mentality of service and sacrifice, to, I guess, be a proper wife or a proper lady to society. You don't necessarily need to be the most well-rounded in the arts or, have the most academic grades, but if you can act like a true lady, that's what their intention is. And so, it's got very respectable. Now, our main character, Lisa, she's basically very new to school. She's from a divorced family, or a little bit of a broken family. Her mom, something happened that her mom had to remarry, and she married this very rich person, this Suzumaya, who is a very big realtor in Japan. So that's why she gets to go to the prestigious school. But it does seem like in the past, previously, that she was a rocker. She loved rock music. She was always on the guitar. And in terms of the household, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe the father died or left. We're given some clues, and I definitely think delving into her past should be interesting. It's definitely something I'm wanting to explore. So we have that. It's like, all right, interesting. I'm curious to where this is gonna go. But yeah, she's at this prestigious school. She aims to become the noble maiden, the highest honor you could attain at the school. We don't know why she wants to, but she's definitely something that she's aimed for, even though she really doesn't fit in this school. I mean, her hairdo in some cases doesn't fit. I mean, if you, I'll show another part. But yeah, her hairdo is really long. It's got a little bit of green. It's something that definitely would take a lot of work to manage, so to speak. It definitely requires a servant's prestige detail. Though I don't think she necessarily has servants. Maybe she does. I don't know. But it seems like it'd be a bit of a difficult hairdo to get ready in the morning and everything. And we see throughout the episode that she definitely works hard to study, learn music, or learns about the arts and everything, so it could be a bit tiring on her. We see later in the early morning she's yawning, and her mother's like, a proper lady would not yawn, just letting you know, it's just in their household, so don't get caught out in public doing that. But, we see the little bit of life, see the nice prestigious academy. It gives me a gag reflex. But at kind of the beginning episode, something that just really entices you, and that there's a combination of classical music and the drums by Otaha. So you hear the drums, like, oh, that's really good drums, and then you just get this piano music, like, give me the drums, for God's sake. I want to hear that. I get the intention that it was kind of designed to piss you off. I mean, if you don't like classical music, or you like the drums a lot better, just the type of talent. But yeah, I was like, get this piano crap out of here. Give me the drums. I was fully invested, so to speak. Nothing wrong with that. And there's actually, I got like one complaint from this series. But yeah, we see the early beginnings of Lisa, and she runs into Otaha. They bump into each other, and everybody's super happy. Like all the girls are super happy because these two are the big two shining stars of the series, and it just got like a great honor. And these two, you know, these two, and then and Lisa's kind of thrown off guard because she's very beautiful, but what kicks their journey off to becoming, I guess, rivals, maybe even friendship, is after she leaves, she picks up a guitar pick. It's a little bit different than what you expect. Crossbones, a black, a heart. It doesn't give off a traditional guitar pick feel, but she's like takes it. I'm like, all right, where did this come from? She holds on to it, and she runs into in the following day, she does run into Oda, but she doesn't want to give back because she's like, this would be very not fitting of a lady to give a guitar pick, and she might be wrong about it. But turns out she isn't, because she kind of stalks her later to a school dormitory, which I thought they would actually use dormitories, but no, I guess they live at their own households. That was something that kind of threw me off for a second. I'm like, oh, okay. And the manga is a little bit more. There's a little bit more ground to the manga. Like we learned about the noble maiden. There's a little bit more to it. We even get teases of this Lisa's sister. But yeah, this is the mother. Her I guess aesthetic is a bit interesting. She definitely gives off the older vibe, but also kind of a bit worn. I don't know. You see both Lisa and her little bit her sister, and like they look very prestigiously beautiful, and she's like looks very calm and normal. I guess it's something that there was a bit of a bad household, like the father wasn't very supportive or something, so maybe she wanted a more secure family or something. That's the vibe I was kind of getting with it, and maybe because of that, that's why Lisa had to get rid of the rock. But she stalks her to the girl dormitory, and that's where she gives the pick. She sees her drumming, and the two have a little bit of chit chat. And Ota says to the girls, like, why don't you rock with me? And Lisa, I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing her right. Lycia, she's like, unfortunately, a noble maiden should not be caught here, whatever. We should be doing this. And so she turns around about to leave, and Ota just says, you could have just told me you sucked. And this gets them to fire to get into a big rock section. And again, to have a jam session. Now, something that people might be concerned with is that there is 3D animation. The girls, when they're playing their music, are like kind of a 3D model. And it actually doesn't look terrible. I do have my scorn, though. But before we can talk about that, let's talk a little bit about the manga, because there's some little bit of differences in the manga, which I want to show. Oh, oops. So, these two, while they're having their battle, Lisa realizes that Ota's drumming is outperforming her and stifling her and making her feel like dominatrix. So this is what was from the manga. Looks a bit sexy, curvy, it's kind of nice. However, the manga version is a little bit more naughtier, let's just say. That's one. Ota's outfit is more dramatic. It's a lot more detailed. Lisa is buck naked, and if you zoom in close, you could probably see potentially a nipple. There's obviously a button there. Yeah, Bandai Namco is kind of censoring this. This is who is producing it, so like kind of like how I get kind of another music comparison, Bocchi the Rock, how they kind of censor some booba stuff in the manga. So this is they're kind of censoring this, and I was just kind of looking at, I was seeing this as a manga and seeing the covers, and there's going to be a lot more spiciness to this, so take it as you will. You can read it. I just saw that the first couple of volumes you can read free on the Japanese Amazon, so if you want to check those out, if you can read Japanese or just want to look through the pictures. But yeah, I think Bandai's going to have some bit of problems with this anime. Says I don't think they're gonna want to go full naughty grid, which is kind of sucks. because this is is getting a little bit of spiciness to it. Just kind of keep a heads up. The manga does look. There's another benefit to the manga that I really liked as well. Following that, now when we get to the 3D animation, the thing that I was a little bit distasteful that I did not like, aside from the censorship, is this. This is not a negative. This was just really disgusting. When these two are jamming and the sweat comes down, it was gross. There was a small bit of queasiness. I mean, the sweat looks awesome and looks like they made it really photogenic, like they made it like you can see it and everything, but it looks gross. I'm like, ooh. And I feel like the sweat came off a little bit more disgusting on Otaha. That was just something I really noticed. Like, I was thinking about doing another screenshot, but I just kind of wanted to show up that they really put detail in the sweat. I'm like, ooh, that's a bit interesting. And that's like, it's throughout their entire performance, so not bad, just making an observation. But once these two have their jam session, it's like, you did a good job. Lisa says, you did a good job. And Otaha just flat says, you fucking suck. She flips her off. And I didn't realize that she flipped her off because her finger is getting covered by like a little symbol or whatever. In the manga, it's a black bar. So that, it kind of threw me off that I didn't realize that she was flipping her off at first. But yeah, she says, yeah, you suck. She gets up, walks away, and then she's all extra courteous. See you next time, sort of shtick. And I'm like, wow, all right. So, and again, this is okay. From there on, moment, this is my my lying off partner. So maybe friend or love interest. We'll see. There's some blushing. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But I felt like the episode in total was very good. I could see people not liking the 3D animation, but what I found kind of impressive with the 3D animation is they transitioned over. Like, she'd be drumming, and then like just a second later you will see the regular animation cell. So they kind of flip back and forth. That was really nice. Also, the sweat detail, disgusting, but it looks good. A nice, good detail. It's just a shame that some of the more naughtier bits are going to be censored. I might have to look a little bit plan ahead and see what I'm going to see some things in the future. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe look ahead and see what they might censor. Not so much to read along, but just see what they might do. But regardless of the fact, it does look very promising as anime. It looks a lot of fun. I can see why High Dive wanted to get this. It's just slight shame. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If you like the series, pick it up. Hopefully the manga gets an English release so we can have something in. And one of the benefit about the manga is the musical references at the end of the chapter. They tell you what it's from. They've played Ghost Dance from a band called Light, and if you're wanting to get into math rock, like that's the essential to listen to. So that's what they were playing. They talk about some other musical references. So I like the manga appreciation of that. And surprisingly enough, on Japan, on the Japanese Amazon, it was all listed in English. So I'm like, okay. Or no, maybe not. No, it was on the fan translated website. But regardless of the fact, I appreciate the fact that that it informed you what it was. So, and I love it when manga educates you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to looking through the chapters, seeing their musical references, and just seeing what it has to store despite its censorship, which does suck. Anyway, see you guys next time. Hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.